All right, welcome back, Carrizozo students. So this is probably my most anticipated segment yet, because we're going to go ahead and learn one of my absolute favorite footwork patterns, and one of the very first ones I learned 18 years ago. All right, so there's a lot of, once again, variation to this, but the count, the framework is solid. And if you watch even some of the earliest videos, if you haven't checked out, for example, dancers like Carmen Amaya, who is famed to be one of the most famous flamenco dancers of all time, Maria Benitez, who comes right here from Santa Fe, New Mexico, you will see that this particular footwork pattern has been pretty much unchanged through, 100 years plus. So it's really, really special, and I can't wait to show it to you. Now, provided you've already warmed up, right, with the last segment, so you've already got your jabs, your heels, your balls, flats, all that stuff down, it's essential, right? So we're gonna be spending literally the whole entire segment on just this foot percussion, because I'm gonna do it for you facing you. I'll be doing it facing away from you, just in case you're like me and need to kind of just follow. I have a hard time when people mirror me, so I'd rather just, so I'm gonna give you some variety, all right? So with no further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the rhythm. Dee da 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 da, dee da da, dee da 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 da, dee da da, dee da 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 da. 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 and up. All right, so what's important to remember is, once again, listen to that rhythm, because the good thing about this is the rhythm pretty much stays the same the whole way through, right? So let's just check that out again. You'll hear me the first time, dee da da da, dee da da. Then you hear me the second time, dee da 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 da, dee da da. Then the third time, dee da 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 da, dee da da, dee da da, dee da da. So you've got like 2 longer measures and then 3 short ones, all right? That's gonna play into your footwork. So check it out. We're gonna go ahead and go right into it. Now, your back foot, I'm going to refer to as the foot that's facing farthest away from me, or farthest away from your screen, right? The foot that's behind you, right? So we're going to go into our first ball heel. Now, I'm going to show you just with this leg, that way you can see what that looks like. Ball heel, ball heel. But I'm doing it with this back foot, right? Ball heel, ball heel, ball heel. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm just going ball heel. Right, so rhythm is a really, really important part of any kind of dance, but especially this footwork percussion. All right, so ball, heel, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you hear how, and I'll stop counting for a second, but do you hear how the 1 and 2 is a little lighter than the 3, 4? And also on the flat, the second one is louder, harder than the first one. There, it comes a little bit quicker. Again, say it for 4 more. Ball, heel, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat. All right? Awesome. If you're having trouble or you need more practice, please go ahead and replay this beginning segment and start again. All right, otherwise we're going to move on. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Now notice it's not ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Or ball, heel, flat, flat. It's ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. With that back foot, all right? I'll show you from the front and the back. Right? Ball, heel, flat, flat. So when you're dancing this, you are exactly how as I am to you right now. If your audience is where you are, my audience is where you are, you're always going to be kind of to the side. Dee da 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 da, dee da da, dee da 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 da, dee da da. All right, you're not going to be doing this facing forward or facing the side or ever facing away. It's kind of always your head facing forward with your body kind of facing the opposite direction. All right, so let's go ahead and take that again. starting from the top. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. 4 more times. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. One more time. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. All right, so now I'm going to add on. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat. Right? I know it seems easier than it is, but you got this. I trust that you got this. So we started ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. You're going to step and cross in front of you for that ball. Come down for the heel. Feet together for the flat. Right? Let's get that all together. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat. All right? Or we'll go with the count also. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's go best. One more time. Dee da 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 da. Dee da da. Now here's the good news. Right? We're going to repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat. Let's do that side again. 11. E. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat. All right, so think of this as in 3 different verses, or 3 tries, or 3 rounds. Okay, your first round is this. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. That's the long measure, right? Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Ball, heel, flat. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. Check it out. 3 on the third. 2, 1. So let's break that down again. I'm going to kind of sing you that melody because it's the melody that's going to help you to retain this information. I promise you. Dee da 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 da. Dee da da. Dee da 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 da. Dee da da. Dee da da da. 3 and up. 2 and up. 1 and up. Again, this time I'm going to be facing this way. 11 E. Dee da da da. So here's the next cool thing, is the next piece of this choreography is exactly that same thing, only we start on this side instead of starting on this side. All right, so let's do the second half. We just now finished 3 and up, 2 and up, 1 and up. All right, and your transitions, by the way, are quick, which is why flamenco doesn't have a whole lot of travel space. You want your transitions to be like, 3 and up, 2 and up, 1 and up, small, da, da. In other words, you're not going to be like 3 and up, 2 and up, 1 and, okay, well, let me get set up on the other side, right? You're not going to be doing that. You have like literally 1 second to transition to your next movement. All right, so let's go ahead and take that one more time, and I'm going to go into the second piece. See if you can follow along, okay? Go, heel, flat, 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 ball, heel, flat, ball, heel, flat, 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 ball, heel, flat, ball, heel, flat, 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 ball, heel, flat, ball, heel, flat, ball, heel, flat, dee da da da, dee da da, dee da da da, dee da da, dee da da da, 3 and up, 2 and up, 1 and up. Aha. Do you see what I mean? So if you can just memorize that first rhythm, da da da, 1 and up, da da da, 2 and up, da da da, 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 and up. You've literally got half of this down. If you can memorize just that accent on those counts, you've got half of this down. All right, so let's go ahead and begin this footwork pattern now from the opposite side. We've practiced plenty of times this side. Now let's get you warmed up on the other side, because it is important to have that equal ability of movement, to have not like a fast foot and a base foot, but for both of your feet to be able to move equally as quickly or slowly as the other. 11 and ball, heel, flat, 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 ball, heel, flat, dee da da. And so now we're gonna do both of those together, one and then the other. I'm gonna do it forward and then I'm gonna do it backward, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next piece, all right? 11 and 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Now, did you catch that last part? You're like, what should you do with your arms? So all I'm doing with my arms is here, and here, and here, and here. Now, of course, I'm accenting a little bit of what you call it with my hands. Now, because when you dance this, like say ladies, especially if you have a skirt, you'll have your skirt up at this point. In other words, you'll have it like, you'll grab the bottoms, usually these are floor length skirts. So about, I guess knee length, calf length is showing. So when you do this kinds of things, right, having that dress up on the front allows people to see your footwork. That's the main reason of that. So, but gentlemen, if you want to have your hands here, or ladies, if you want to have your hands here, or gentlemen or ladies, you want to be here or here with your hands on the side, you can totally add that element. Once again, I'm going to leave that entirely up to you because I know how creative and ambitious you are. Right, so now we're going to go ahead and move into the next section. So we just finished off the second round, 3 and up, 2 and up, 1 and up. Now, you're going to do the exact same thing, right, but a little different, as they say in New Mexico. The same, but only different. So we're going to go ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. And instead of going ball, heel, flat, now you're just going to go lift, lift, down. All right, I'll show you that again. Ball, heel, flat, 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 heel, heel, flat. Now, two things are happening. This foot is coming up and out and in and down. All right, not to mention you're holding a beat with that standing leg. We're getting into some technical kind of stuff, so I don't expect for this to be something you learn overnight, especially if you want to get good at it. I expect for this to be something you practice at least for the rest of the year on an almost semi-daily basis or every other day. Okay, so once again, this is the second segment in your footwork pattern. You're going to go ball, heel, flat, 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 as you've already learned, but now you're going to come up heel, heel, flat. And then we're going to switch sides. So it'll look like this. Ball, heel, flat, 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 heel, heel, flat, ball, heel, flat, 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 heel, heel, flat. All right, so you remember the rhythm, how we did in the beginning? There was 2 longs, 3 shorts. This is the exact same way. So I'm going to turn to the back, that way you can see me, and we're going to repeat this twice. And so don't get too lost, and I can't stress enough to remember the foot that goes down last is not the foot that comes up, right? And you'll have your own way of remembering how to switch. There's a lot of lefts and rights here. So just check me out. Starting on your right foot. Ball, heel, flat, 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 heel, heel, flat. Switch. Ball, heel, flat, 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 heel, heel, switch. Ball, heel, flat, flat. Come on, now check this out. 3 and 2 and 1 and starting on the same foot that comes down. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. 1, 2, 3. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. 1, 2, 3. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. All right. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, what? Maybe you're not, but if you are, once again, can't stress enough, practice, practice, practice. So we're going to go ahead and do that footwork pattern again together, all right? Same thing, starting on your right side or left side. It doesn't really make much of a difference to me if you're not performing with a troupe. Just get used to the dance first, and then we can kind of fine tune it later. All right, so 11, E, ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. 1, 2, 3. Notice my toe is pointing down. Ball, heel, flat, flat, flat. 3 and up, 2 and up, 1 and up. Ball, heel, flat, 1, and got that. All right, so to recap, let's go ahead and drill all of this from the very, very beginning, and make sure that if you're dancing, you're staying super, super hydrated. All right, in between segments, I'm drinking lots of water myself. All right, let's do that from the top for 5, 6, 7, and okay, so those are that's 2 parts of your 2-part footwork section. So we're almost through this section. In fact, we're actually over halfway now. You're over halfway through. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the last 2 pieces, and then I'm gonna just introduce you to an entirely different dance, right? Because this segment and the last 2 have all been part of the same dance. Like I said, it's really, really long, right? But it's really, really fun. So let's go ahead and now go into our last piece. Now, I'm gonna caution you, this last piece, how to put it, it's advanced in the sense that if you want to go fast, right? And this is a new footwork fundamental that I haven't yet taught you, and it's called a triplet. So I'll show you what a triplet looks like so you can see me, my foot angle. Can you guess why it's called a triplet? Right? It's got 3 accents, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that just basically, all that comes from is taking the back foot ball and dropping the heel of that back foot, heel, heel. All right? I'll show you. Ball, heel, heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you do the other side. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel. You're gonna have to learn both sides for 3, 2, 1. All right? Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel. That's your triplet. So ball, heel, heel. A lot of times in like flamenco, you'll hear it used in a very slow fashion, ball, heel, heel, or you'll hear it very fast also. So notice, try to keep your legs straight. You know, if you're straight, not locked. Can't stress that enough. Straight, not locked. All right, so let's go ahead and break down that last piece. Same thing, 2 long sections, 3 short sections. It's just like the very, very beginning. So you're gonna go 1 and a 2 and a flat. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. I'm sorry. Yeah. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. 2 more. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. 1 more. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Cool. Right? So we're gonna take it really slow. 1 and a 2 and a 3. This is where it gets a little tricky. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. I know, but it's okay. You've got the whole rest of the season to learn this. All right? Take that again. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Otra vez. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Right, notice those last flats on each section are positioning me so that way I'm ready to go on that next direction, right? Just a little pointer there, something to recognize. So as you might be thinking right now, it's an awful lot. It's a lot, but it's not an awful lot. You have the rest of the season to learn this, and when I first started learning this, I remember thinking to myself, gosh, this is a lot of material. I don't know how I'm ever going to retain this, but once you practice and you make practice a regular thing, I can't stress to you enough how much your body will start to follow you through. So now, guess what? We've got that exact same sequence on this other side, right? It's just like the beginning, it repeats. We are down to the last 10 minutes, so have a little stretch. Take a deep breath, and let's go ahead and get ready to finish up, all right? So, same thing. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Here's your third for 3. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. That last flat, you're going to be facing forward. Right? So let's break that section down again. We're going to bring it together. Right? So, I was going to say let's not break it down. Let's bring it together now that we've broken it down. 11, same with arms. E, ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Here's for 3. Ball, heel, heel, ball, heel, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. Heel, jab, ball, heel, flat. All right. So take a little breather here. Give a little stretch. I know your lower back, if you are not contracting in your abs and keeping your back straight, shoulders lifted, you might start to feel it in your lower back. If that's the case, go ahead and bend your knees and roll your chest and lift through your shoulders. Here's 2 more. Roll through your chest, lift the shoulders. 1 more. Down through the center, roll, lift through the middle. All right, we're gonna finalize this piece. I'm gonna go ahead and put it together, and for the last few minutes, I'm gonna just run it. I'll probably run it through 2 times in a row, just that way you can have some uninterrupted practice guidance for when you do go over your material. All right, so last section. I know you're like, sections, how many more sections? This is our 4th of the last section. All right, so starting on the right foot, going with our count, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, that's going to repeat itself 3 times. All right, if you don't want to, if this confuses you to go out, you can totally do this in place. 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Personally, I find stepping out to be just a little bit easier, kind of breaks it up into a rhythm. Again, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you've gone 3 rounds. Check this out. 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. No, excuse me. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's start it from the top and I'll throw that last part in. 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, And then on the fourth one, you break on the 5-6, and it's not like a 5-6. You don't want to be here. It's more like a 5-6, 7-8. 5-6, 7-8. So your back is still nice and straight. And it's almost kind of like got a little scooching to it. Switching, like that. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? So let's break it down from the top of just that piece. Again, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right, left, 9 and 10. Okay? So, with no further ado, let's go ahead and break that whole thing down. I'll dance it for you once facing forward. And for those of you that are like me and kind of do better off following, I'll dance it for you once facing away from you. And you can rewind this and replay it as many times as you need to. All right, let's go ahead and begin. 5, 6, 7, and toe heel flat, 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 ball, heel flat, ball, heel flat, 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 3 and up, 2 and up, 1 and switch, ball, heel flat, 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 ball, heel flat, ball, heel flat, 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 ball, heel flat, ball, heel flat, flat, 3, 2, 1, and forward, ball, heel flat, 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 ball, heel flat, 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 heel, flat, ball, heel flat, 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 heel, flat, point the toe down, ball, heel flat, 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 3 and up, 2 and up, turn the body to prepare for your triplets, 1 and a 2 and a 3, heel jab, ball, heel flat, ball, heel, ball, heel flat, heel jab, ball, heel flat, ball, heel, ball, heel flat, heel jab, ball, heel flat, heel jab, ball, heel flat, heel jab, ball, heel flat, ball, heel, ball, heel flat, heel jab, ball, heel flat, ball, heel, ball, heel flat, heel jab, ball, heel flat, 1 and a 2 and a 3, heel jab, ball, heel flat, heel jab, ball, heel flat, heel jab, ball, heel flat, 12, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 12, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 12, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Olé, very nice job. All right, let's go ahead and follow through. Finishing up one more time, opposite direction. I'm going to turn my camera down just a little bit so you can follow along with my feet. All right, 11 and ball, heel, flat. I'm going to go super slow here. And that concludes your footwork pattern from the alegria section. Please, please practice. Whether you are this big, or you're this big, or you're this size, or you're my size, you are absolutely not too young or too old or too anything else in the middle to learn how to dance, and especially to learn how to have the ability to do this style of dance. I believe in you, but what matters most is that you believe in you also, all right? I will have a little bit more material coming up for you, and then a final performance piece, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. I really, really hope to get at least one video back from some student that just decided to take this to the moon and back, all right? Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next segment.